To determine which states honor another state's teaching credentials, several key resources are available. Firstly, the National Association of State Directors of Teacher Education and Certification (NASTEC) offers interstate certification compacts. These compacts streamline the process for teachers to gain certification in participating states based on their existing credentials. The NASTEC website provides information on these agreements through the address nastec.org/interstate agreements. Secondly, NASTEC also maintains a licensure reciprocity database available at nastec.org/licensure reciprocity database. This database allows individuals to search for specific state requirements and reciprocity agreements. Thirdly, the Council for Higher Education Accreditation (CHE) oversees the State Authorization Reciprocity Agreement (SARA), which focuses on the authorization of post-secondary educational institutions to offer online or distance education programs across state lines. While not directly related to K-12 teaching credentials, SARA provides a framework for understanding interstate agreements in education. You can find more information on SARA at CHE.org/SARA. Fourthly, individual state departments of education are crucial sources of information. Many state departments have dedicated websites outlining their specific reciprocity agreements and credential recognition policies. To find a comprehensive list of State Department of Education websites, visit x.org/clearinghouse/0/0/11/234 HGM. This resource provides direct links to each state's education department, allowing for targeted research. Fifthly, the National Council for State Authorization Reciprocity Agreements (NCSARA) provides information related to state authorization reciprocity agreements, which is available at ncsara.org. Sixthly, the Teaching Channel offers a resource on state certification requirements across the United States. This resource can be found at teachingchannel.org/blog/2018/3/27/ state certification requirements across the US/. This blog post, while dated from 2018, provides a general overview of certification requirements and can serve as a starting point for research. To effectively utilize these resources, consider the following steps. Firstly, begin with the NASTEC Interstate Certification Compacts to see if the relevant states participate in any formal agreements. Secondly, consult the NASTEC Licensure Reciprocity Database to identify specific requirements for the destination state. Thirdly, check the individual State Department of Education website for the most up-to-date information on reciprocity agreements and any specific conditions that may apply. Fourthly, review the Teaching Channel resource for a broad overview of certification requirements, but always verify the information with official state sources. When researching reciprocity, pay attention to specific requirements such as testing, coursework, or years of experience. Some states may require additional assessments or professional development to grant full certification. Additionally, be aware of provisional or temporary certifications that may be available while fulfilling the requirements for full certification. Keep in mind that reciprocity agreements can change, so it is essential to verify the latest information with the relevant state departments of education. Furthermore, consider the specific subject area and grade level of your teaching credential. Some states may have different requirements for different endorsements or specializations. If you hold certifications in multiple areas, be sure to investigate the reciprocity policies for each. When navigating State Department of Education websites, look for keywords such as reciprocity, interstate agreements, credential recognition, or out-of-state certification. These terms will help you locate the relevant information quickly. In addition to online resources, consider contacting the State Department of Education directly by phone or email. A representative can provide personalized guidance and answer specific questions about your situation. Before making any decisions, gather all necessary documentation, including transcripts, teaching certificates, and test scores. These documents will be required when applying for certification in another state. Also, be prepared to pay application fees and undergo background checks as part of the certification process. Keep a detailed record of your research, including the dates you accessed websites, the names of any individuals you spoke with, and any reference numbers provided. This documentation can be helpful if you encounter any issues during the certification process. The process of obtaining teaching certification in another state can be complex, but with thorough research and careful planning, you can successfully navigate the requirements and continue your teaching career. Remember to always verify information with official state sources and seek personalized guidance when needed. Keep in mind that requirements and policies can evolve, so staying informed is crucial. By utilizing the resources provided by NASDAQ, CHI, individual state departments of education, NC-SAR, and the teaching channel, educators can make informed decisions about their career paths and contribute to the education system across state lines. Ensure that any program you are looking at is accredited. Accreditation is a process of external quality review used by higher education to scrutinize colleges, universities, and programs for quality assurance and quality improvement. In the United States, accreditation is carried out by private, non-profit organizations designed for this specific purpose. These organizations are called accrediting bodies, and they grant accreditation to educational institutions that meet defined standards and criteria. Accreditation is a critical element of the higher education system, serving several important functions. Firstly, it assures quality. Accreditation ensures that educational institutions meet certain minimum standards of quality in terms of their academic programs, faculty, student services, and financial stability. This helps students and the public be confident in the quality of education they receive. Secondly, it enables student access to federal aid. In the United States, accreditation is often a prerequisite for institutions to participate in federal student aid programs. This means that students attending accredited institutions are eligible for federal grants and loans to help finance their education. Thirdly, it facilitates transfer of credits. Accreditation can help ensure that credits earned at one institution will be accepted by another institution if a student transfers. This is because accredited institutions are generally recognized as having met certain quality standards. Fourthly, it promotes institutional improvement. The accreditation process encourages institutions to regularly assess their programs and services, identify areas for improvement, and implement changes to enhance the quality of education they provide. Fifthly, it protects institutional autonomy. Accreditation is a voluntary process, and institutions choose to seek accreditation from an accrediting body that aligns with their mission and values. This helps protect the autonomy of institutions by allowing them to maintain control over their academic programs and policies. Accreditation can be categorized into two main types. Firstly, institutional accreditation, which evaluates the overall quality and integrity of an institution as a whole. It assesses various aspects of the institution, including its mission, governance, academic programs, student services, and financial resources. Secondly, programmatic accreditation, which focuses on specific academic programs within an institution. It evaluates the quality and effectiveness of the program in meeting its stated goals and objectives, as well as preparing students for professional practice. The accreditation process typically involves several steps. Firstly, self-study, which involves the institution conducting a comprehensive self-assessment of its programs and services, using the accrediting body's standards and criteria as a guide. Secondly, site visit, which involves a team of evaluators from the accrediting body visiting the institution to review its operations, interview faculty and staff, and assess compliance with accreditation standards. Thirdly, review and decision, which involves the accrediting body reviewing the evaluation team's report and making a decision on whether to grant or renew accreditation. The decision is based on the institution's compliance with accreditation standards and its commitment to continuous improvement. Fourthly, ongoing monitoring, which involves the accrediting body monitoring the institution's performance and compliance with accreditation standards on an ongoing basis. Institutions are required to submit periodic reports and undergo periodic reviews to maintain their accreditation status. Several organizations oversee and regulate accreditation in the United States. The U.S. Department of Education recognizes accrediting bodies that meet certain standards and criteria, and it also oversees the accreditation process to ensure its integrity and effectiveness. The Council for Higher Education Accreditation, CHE, is a private, non-profit organization that recognizes accrediting bodies and provides guidance and resources on accreditation issues. CHE also serves as a national voice for accreditation and advocates for its role in ensuring quality in higher education. Accreditation is a vital component of the higher education system, providing assurance of quality, enabling student access to federal aid, facilitating transfer of credits, promoting institutional improvement, and protecting institutional autonomy. By undergoing accreditation, institutions demonstrate their commitment to excellence and continuous improvement, ultimately benefiting students and society as a whole. It is important for students, parents, and policymakers to understand the role of accreditation in ensuring quality and accountability in higher education. When choosing a college or university, students should always check whether the institution is accredited by a recognized accrediting body. This can help ensure that they receive a quality education that meets recognized standards. The requirements to get certified may include the amount of time that is required to go to school. The hours required depends on the program that the person is looking at. Some programs may require more hours than others. Also, the types of courses that are offered may be different based on the state that a person resides in. It would be important to note if the courses that were taken in one state are similar to another state. Furthermore, the subjects that were taught may also be important in determining if the state would grant a reciprocity agreement. It is important to note that it is not guaranteed that a state will give you a reciprocity agreement. States will make their own decision on whether or not to grant it. Lastly, it would also be important to see if the state that a person resides in now offers a reciprocity agreement with another state that they wish to teach in.